The Mamba. Let's finally uncover what I have against Rockstar's recreation of the Shelby Cobra 427 in Grand Theft Auto 5. This car was added on December 15th, 2015, with the Executives and Other Criminals update. Alongside the Mamba, we got 4 versions of the Baller, 4 Cognoscentis, and 4 Shafters. Yet, even though the Mamba was one of the better performing cars of the update, it never had what it takes to be competitive in top speed for its class. It's like that one kid who tries really hard but just can't keep up with anyone else. Take some similar cars, such as the Casco, JB700, or Coquette Classic, for example. Each of these cars beat the Mamba in a straight line, even back in 2015. The Mamba is now the 20th fastest car in its class and just can't compete in a straight line. But what about lap time acceleration? Because I know what you're thinking, top speed isn't everything. Well, if you're looking to travel through the narrow city streets, the Casco or Coquette Classic still outperform the Mamba, producing lap times that are seconds faster even on a short track. Then bring in the Sterling GT, and even without its 2022 HSW upgrades, it's still faster around the corners. Today, the Mamba's in 25th for lap time in its class. It's like showing up for a marathon in flip-flops. You're just not gonna win. But performance is not the main reason that I hate this car. However, before we dive into that main reason, let's talk about its price. If you're just going for price, well, the Mamba is fairly expensive. In fact, it was the most expensive sports classics car at the time of its release. And for what? Today, some cheaper options include the Casco and Coquette Classic once again, as well as the Sterling GT, the JB700, and the GT500. These cars offer more bang for your buck without making you feel like you've been swindled. And sure, the Shelby Cobra looks amazing to most people. But to be honest, and you're welcome to disagree, it's just not my cup of tea. If you want some similar cars in the game that look similar, the same, or maybe even better, you should consider the Nightshade, which is a muscle car, or the GT500 and Casco as mentioned before. The new Coquette D1 is also a much better looking car with better customization options. These cars not only bring more style to the table, but some also offer a range of customization that puts the Mamba to shame. It's like comparing a classic art piece to one of those modern art pieces that no one understands what the reason for it is. I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but sometimes the beholder could use some glasses. And finally, the Mamba is classified as a high-end vehicle in the vehicle warehouse, which is a great way to make money, and the Mamba's on the higher end for that. However, this is truly where my grudge against this vehicle began. The Mamba has some of the worst durability in the entire game, and this is painfully evident in this business. Every time a car takes damage, it reduces the payout for that delivery. With the Mamba, this is just amplified. A lot. I mean, look at these comparisons. It just crumples like a paper bag. Now I know I didn't drive the best, but you can clearly see that I was pushing the FMJ to get damaged, and it just still didn't damage as much as the fragile Mamba. So normally here I'd say, sure, the Mamba isn't the worst car in the game. But let's be real, if disappointment was a car, it'd be the Mamba, because Rockstar could have done a lot better with this vehicle. And since we didn't hit 25k last month, I will continue to talk it up to be way worse than it actually is. And I won't be apologizing for it either. And let's keep this little Declasse disaster bit going. Because hey, built to break. It's just the Mamba way. Get your built to break stickers today using the link in the description.